Okay, you guys love part one of the top 3 questions asked to us all the time around pelvic health. So this is part two. Question number one is the one up here. So what are we actually squeezing when you are trying to squeeze your pelvic floor? Well, for women, I'll put a diagram up here. Basically, we're trying to squeeze around the and the anus. Those two holes there, we're trying to draw in, almost like we're trying to shorten the space between those two areas there, which is called the perineum. So think about trying to draw that space in like you're holding in wind and wee, or trying to lift a tampon in. Same goes for men. I'll put the male diagram here as well. We're trying to draw in that rectal space. Question number 2 is this one here. How do you know if pelvic floor is too tight or not tight enough? The short answer is go and see a women's health physio. We do conduct an internal vaginal exam. Now, this is the gold standard way to assess your pelvic floor. We ask you a whole bunch of questions when you first come into your initial appointment. So the full appointment goes for an hour, and the first half an hour is basically history taking. So we want to know your bladder history, bowel history, prolapse history, sexual history, general medical history. Basically, everything's quite an in-depth assessment. And even from that, we can predict probably what we will find on the practical internal exam. So we can do a really detailed assessment so we can kind of figure out what might be happening. Obviously, the internal exam is invasive, but it is the best way to see. We only do it with your consent, and if you don't want it, totally fine. But we can get a pretty good understanding without doing it, but obviously we highly recommend having it done. Third question is this one here. How do you actually relax pelvic floor? I've done heaps of videos of this in the past. I actually have a subscription on both Instagram and TikTok with a beginner workout, and every single beginner workout is about relaxing pelvic floor. I also have a pelvic floor relaxation ebook as well. That's the pregnancy specific version to get you ready for birth, and also a generic version too. So they are on sale right now until tomorrow, until midnight tomorrow night, so the 30th of June. So jump on, find out. There is so much good quality info in there, so definitely have a look. Let me know if that was helpful, and comment below if you'd like part 3 and what your questions are.